Hello everyone, this is Vistra with Paper Seasoning, and I am here to share with you um, how to cut the grain line.
They just gonna wait a little while.
Hello from Maryland. Let's see, Vonica. I am getting ready to cut the fabric for making face mask. Cut the fabric. Some people asked how to cut on the grain line, and I'm ready to show that. Okay, this fabric here that I'm using is Wyndham. It's one of their fabrics. So first off, I have, hello Maria. First off, I have a solution here, and it's a vinegar water solution. I use this to spray the fabric first to press. But now there is another product out there called Best Pressed, and this really works really well. It has a nice smell to it, but most of the time I use that afterwards. At first, when I first get it out the dryer, I go ahead and just spray this before shooting, before ironing. And what it is about, I would say, not very much vinegar. I probably put this much vinegar in. It's not a lot. I don't have the exact measurement, but you don't want a high vinegar smell. Then I just press this out. It helps release the wrinkles. If you have a deep crease, and like maybe you purchased an item and it has a deep crease in it, in order to get that crease out, you would use vinegar. Vinegar would definitely work the crease out of your item. Like if I was to iron this just bare, it would iron just like this. I'm ironing just bare. So this is how it comes out. We still have some wrinkles. But if you spray the vinegar solution on the other side, you get a more smoother press. See that? It comes out a lot smoother. So this is with the iron, just plain iron, and it's on steam. And this side is with the vinegar side. And you get a smoother press. Okay, let me work this other little piece here. Okay, now in order to even your fabric out for the grain line, this is the tricky part. I am going to put the selvage edge, and this is your selvage edge. This would be the selvage. Okay, so you would put the selvage edge together and hold it up. And on your side, you would see I have the little wrinkles because I'm trying to see. You have the little wrinkles here. You don't want that. So you'll have to even it out until you don't have that little wrinkle. So I'm thinking it's about right there. Let's see if I got it to hang. So you want it to hang smoothly, and that's where it hangs smooth. It doesn't have that wave in it. So if it was here, it would have that wave, and so you try to even that out until you get that wave released. And it's going to be about there. There. Then I'm going to lay it back down, smooth it out, and try not to mess up your line here. So you want to smooth out away from your line. And now I'm going to press this line. And this is all I do to even out my fabric. I'm going to try to show you on this end, if you could see that it did come out even. Can you see that? The line, come up closer here so that they could see. Okay. So if you're working with a design, this is how you would want to even out your fabric. If it just hangs correctly. And then when I go to cut, if I wanted to cut a couple of pieces, I would just fold this over, even it out on this fold line here. So I have my fold line evened out there. And then I can fold it again, just making sure that this evens out. And then from here I would take it to my cutting table and cut using this as my straight of grain for cutting. So if you had a pattern that was like my pleated pattern, face mask pattern is 16 by 9, I would leave it open and I would just cut the 16 by 9, and I could probably get 2 out of this. So I'm here to answer any questions if you have any questions. Three one ratio of vinegar. Not even. Probably more of a 1:5, because you really don't want a lot of vinegar. I would say um, enough that it doesn't. You don't want to have a high vinegar smell to it. So yeah, I would probably do 1.5. I think in here we probably put not even 1/4 of a cup. Just a little, just enough. Probably, if I would say, I would fill it all the way up with water to here, and the rest of the probably the rest of the way with vinegar. So it's just it's not a lot of vinegar. Let's see. Um, have you constructed a mask with a lining? Yes, and that will probably be the next video that I do, uh, because I was trying to see different types. I'm testing out different types of lining to see which one works best. What is vinegar for? It's to release the um, wrinkles. Now, this product does work well. It's nice. Um, it's a little bit more pricier than the vinegar, though. And in the end process, I would use this because, I mean, it's really nice. But just now, if I had pressed a seam that I'm wanting to keep, I would not use the vinegar. But this actually it is really good as well. Yes, 100% cotton. Most of the time, uh, if you using, I use a lot of Moda, Wyndham, Joel Dewberry, most of the Free Spirit lines. You could find those in most of your quilt shops. What's your opinion when using interfacing when making masks? Actually, I am in the process of making masks with interfacing, not fusible. The sew in interfacing. I do not um, recommend using the fusible. That's just me. It's my opinion. Um, because I don't know what's in the adhesive. So if you have the information that the adhesive is non-toxic, then I suggest that it would be fine. But I don't have that information to give out, so I can't speak on that. But now the sew-in interfacing, I have used it, and I think it works pretty nicely. But right now I'm in the testing phase of it. Could you put a copy of your measurements to your pleat pattern? That is actually on the site. The and I have the pattern for it in my Etsy shop, and it's just $2 for that. And the first measurements was on my other video. It was cut 16 by 9. That's the first cut. Fusible interfacing makes for a good filter. I don't know if that's a question or you just telling me. Okay, I look forward to sewing. I hope you're making the pleated mask. I've also heard about the no of using fusible interfacing. Yes, that I do not. And when you're making your mask, I would probably go with the lightweight to medium weight. I wouldn't use anything heavier than that on the interfacing. I actually have two masks here with, so this one, like I say, this is in the testing phase. This one is made with um, a light to medium weight sew-in interfacing, and it does feel thick. It does feel a bit higher quality than the ones I was making. I love it. We have worn this one around to see if uh, it hinders the breathing process. My husband wears glasses, so I definitely want him to put it on and see how well it works with that. And my other daughter, she is 19, so I wanted to see, how well it works for her in her breathing process. So this is the first one that I have made, and I do let people know that, it is a sew-in interfacing inside. So it does have a lining. Now this one, it doesn't have a lining. It's softer, it's more flexible, it's more breathable, but some of mine I was including non-woven material to use as a filter. Is it easier to make this one, or the pleated? Um, I would say the pleated ones are easier, is faster. I just like these, and I've gotten used to making them. So, can you all still hear me? Okay, so um, the 3D mask, I make these only because I don't know if you heard me, so I'm gonna repeat myself. The beginner mask, for beginner sewers, I made the pleated mask because I know a lot of people out there want them and didn't quite know how to sew, and so that's the reason why I put that out, to help them with something easier to sew. Oh dear, then I'm toast. I'm having a hard time with the pleats. Okay, the pleats are not quite that hard. If you are you using the pleat board, that did you get the pattern to use the pleat board? No, I didn't. Oh, well, I think the pleat board does help. I had great response from a lot of people that it did help. And also, if you saw the video where you could put the little cardboard piece under your sewing machine to hold it in place, that would work for you as well. Okay, are there any more questions for me? Um, or is that, did you need me to answer anything else? I'm trying to see if you all have any more questions. I do like how you make a half-inch seam on the side. I find, yes, that is easier. No, I'm good. Okay, good. Now I know it's to me it's hard trying to find the elastic. I'm having problems getting a lot of different sizes elastic in. I've even ordered from the distributor, and it was no luck. It was still the wrong thing that they sent because they wasn't able to get any. Do you give one-on-one consults? I don't, and I would not know how to begin to do that. Bias tape or shoelace instead. I do not like working with bias tape. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like working with it. Um, I, I have, but it's just not my thing. It's a tedious process more so to me to work with the bias tape. Now the shoelaces probably would be more so my speed. What about Zoom? I am definitely learning Zoom, especially since my daughter is taking school on, is doing classes online there, and my iron is going off. And Zoom would probably be something that I would do. I would definitely do that in the future, and I would see how to get that set up. So, um, please check back with me on that. Where can I send my contact info? I am on Instagram at paper underscore seasoning. Elastic is like on here. Yes, shoelace is great. Now, on this type of elastic here, I've been using this because I've had quite a bit of it here. I made faux dories. So when I make those, they need elastic bands. So I have been hoarding elastic for quite some time to use in faux dories. So I did put some in my shop that I had, and if I can get more, I will. But now my daughter, she said that after a period of time that the elastic bands hurt her head, hurt her ear. And this was after wearing it about 8 hours. So um, I told her that I would send her some of the ear savers. And I've seen people make them. This is not my idea, but they use a rectangle and put two buttons on the end to save your ears. So that would be something that I would look into sending her and making. So if you, how are you guys doing on thread? Have you had any problems finding thread? I made buttonholes on the bottom. Yeah, that would work too. Are there any other sewing products that's no thread is no problem? I just use white or black. Okay. Are there any other sewing products that you all are finding hard to come by? It's paper underscore seasoning. You're very welcome. Are there a particular mask that you all make? Do you like making the pleated or this one, or do you have another kind that you make in particular? This is my fave. This the 3D type. Pleated appears to be the easiest. I can't cut or sew curves. Yes, yes. Okay, so you like the 3D type, and Veronica likes the pleated because it's easiest to sew. Okay. Yeah, with the pleated mask, the iron is your friend. My iron had went out, and my daughter went and purchased an iron from Walmart, and it was like a $70 iron, and she was thinking that because it cost more, that it would work a lot better. It didn't. It was a total mess. We took it back, and I got this one $25 and it works great. I absolutely love this iron here. Um, like I say, it's we purchased it from Walmart and it really does the job. It has a great steam, produces a lot of heat, heats up real fast, and it also has an automatic shut off. So this is um, one of my favorite irons to use. Well, thank you. Do you all do any other crafts? I'm so pressed. Still use my iron from college 25 years ago. You know that's what I'm talking about. The ones that last. I'm always looking for something that lasts. And I don't know how long I had that other iron, but it just seemed like it started losing the heat. It just started to go out. So yeah, Vanka, I do paper crafting. I love paper crafting. Love it. Okay, well, I am going to get off of here. If you do not have any more questions for me, let's see, Maria, fabric is getting tough to buy here too. Um, yeah, um, I think the distributors for a while they wasn't shipping out fabric, and from what I was told that they was waiting till May 3rd before they start shipping. So you would have to had put your order in ahead of time for them to start shipping to you. And so by the time they get around to your order, then it would probably be at the end of May till you receive anything. And that's if they don't run out by the time they get to your order. Okay, well, I am going to get off from here. It has been great speaking with you all. Thank you. And I hope I've answered your questions. I hope this video was helpful. So until next time, thanks for watching. Bye bye.